success isn't dictated by whether you win a national championship or not. Obviously, that's the end goal that we want.
Growing up in Minnesota, about 20 minutes away from here, I've always been a huge Gopher fan. Visited a few other schools, obviously, just kind of to check out your prospects, but as soon as I visited the U, wasn't a doubt in my mind where I wanted to go.
It was huge, you know. It's definitely both things you want to really consider. You know, when you get one chance to go play after high school, I think that obviously, you know, you really do have to consider what it is that you want from hockey. So in the hockey aspect, I wanted to go to a program that was doing well and would continue to do well and that I could help, you know, in whatever way possible. And on top of that, you know, you want a team that you're going to that has a good culture. And I saw that as soon as I walked in. You know, there's something special about Minnesota. You know, you can tell from the girls and the way they interact and the way that the coaches care about the players. And so I think that sold itself. You know, everything just kind of fell into place, and when I got the opportunity, I just kind of grabbed it with both hands.
I think anyone looking at colleges, it's never an easy decision. You have options, and weighing those options can be quite a burden, but right when I visited Minnesota, I knew I fell in love with it. The people, the players, the atmosphere, the coaches, everything that Minnesota had to offer, I think it was an easy decision after that.
The University of Minnesota is a very, very good school overall. A lot of kids from my high school actually, I think it was like 10 or to 15% of my class or something actually went here, and I had a pretty big high school. So I think it really shows a lot about the university, just that the academics are good and that anyone around the area really kind of puts the university on their list, whether it's number 1 or 5, it's somewhere on there for where kids want to go to school.
Obviously, I was looking at somewhere that had a good athletic department, as well as a career that I possibly wanted to go into, and they had a good medical field here that I wanted to start in, and soon realized that maybe medicine wasn't my way.
It was, for me, a pretty easy decision. I had been talking with Coach Frost for a while, and then he told me he was going to pursue some other options. And then so I started looking elsewhere, and then came back to me later, and we started talking again about coming here. So as soon as he opened that door again, I was jumping right through it. The program here is, you know, second to none, winning 4 national championships now. And growing up in Minnesota, watching the girls before me play, and it's just, I think just about every girl from Minnesota wants to come here and wants to put on that M every day. So when he offered me that opportunity, I knew I couldn't really say no.
We want to recruit really smart hockey players, and you know, there's some really fast players that just go to the wrong place faster, and we don't want players like that. We want smart hockey players that know where to go and why they're going there. But this team, you know, because of the systems that we've put in place and because of the repetition and the expectations, they put themselves in good spots, and they make plays when they're there. As you had mentioned, they're extremely gifted. We have the best goaltender in the country, we have the best defenseman in the country, and we have the best forward in the country. And so obviously having the best player at each position definitely helps. But they're a special group that just find ways to hunker down when they need to and win.
It was pretty easy, actually. I mean, I wanted to play here ever since I was a little kid, and so I think it's pretty cool when I see all the little kids running around the rink, and I know that was me back when I was their age, and I knew all along I wanted to come here, but It was a matter of if I could, and when the coaches wanted me, it was a pretty quick and easy decision for me to make.
Yep, I mean, before I made my decision, I was at Ohio State, Duluth, and here, and one of the things you look at is like how's their head coach, and he's this great coach and great person, and that definitely made one difference between those schools, that they just had an awesome head coach here.
A lot of us connect to him on a deeper level off the ice. Just personally, he's got a perfect family that someday we all hope to marry a guy like him and have kids and raise a family like he does.
She runs to think. Or not. She runs to indulge her guilty pleasures. And for girls' night out. But she doesn't just run for her body. She runs for her soul. She runs to stay grounded. Soar. She runs for her mother and her own legacy. She runs not to escape, but to get closer to herself.
Hey Vi fans, help us make Family Arena in St. Charles our home court.
Make it a family celebration at the MVC Tournament. Single section tickets are on sale now for just $9. That's tickets for just $9. Don't miss the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Tournament at the Family Arena in St. Charles. Get your tickets now and experience the madness.
The Fuel Saver program is fantastic.
I'm able to get discounts on products I buy every week.
You don't have to buy things that you don't need in order to get the fuel savings.
You only have to buy one item, like a pizza. You can save 10 cents a gallon.
2 cents here, 4 cents there. It really adds up. There's lots of places that you can get your gas now and apply your Fuel Saver discount.
Today I should save 35 cents a gallon.
I got gas for 81 cents per gallon.
I saved $25 on my last fill up.
I haven't seen gas prices that low, ever.
It's a great feeling.
I majored in physical education and health at Bethel, and with a minor in coaching. And being from Canada, originally loved hockey and grew up playing. And you know, hockey's kind of in your blood when you're a Canadian. And so going to Bethel, Division III school, playing hockey there. It's a Christian liberal arts school, which is why I really wanted to go. And was fortunate just to get a teaching job right out of college, and started coaching girls high school volleyball and girls high school hockey as well. And that's really what I thought my career would be. It would be a teacher, physical education teacher, and health teacher, and coaching some high school, you know, for the rest of my life. And fortunately for me, after 5 years, an opportunity presented itself to coach here at the University of Minnesota as an assistant coach. I had obviously known a little bit about the University of Minnesota women's hockey program. They had only started a few years earlier than that, but obviously were very successful. And Laura Halderson was the head coach, and she had been coaching a long time and had tremendous success at Colby College, where she coached prior to the university here, and then on to the U. And so I was fortunate. I worked at camp with Laura the summer before I was hired and got to know her a little bit that way. And her assistant coach at the time, Joel Johnson, is now my assistant coach, and we're good buddies from Bethel and roommates and hockey buddies. So, to all of a sudden come to a university setting and coach hockey, I didn't even know that was possible, really, being from Canada. But the opportunity presented itself, and something that I jumped at right away.
It's incredible. Our entire coaching staff overall is amazing. Coach Frost, like you said, is such a genuine family guy. Looks at all 22 of us like we're his daughters, and I don't know how many girls have a coach that they can literally go sit down in his office and talk about anything, whether it's hockey or personal or just life related, and have a guy that can be genuine with you and give you the answers that you're looking for.
He knows how to coach a team to championships, to wins. When things aren't going our way, he knows what to say between periods. And I think a lot of us connect to him on a deeper level off the ice. Just personally, he's got a perfect family that someday we all hope to marry a guy like him and have kids and raise a family like he does. But on the ice, it's just great to be coached by him.
Frosty has become like a dad for me here, since my family's not close here, so I've been looking up to him and I know whatever is in my heart or I need to say, I can always go to him.
What can't be said about him? Gonna get me all teary-eyed here, but he's a great guy. The one thing about Coach Frost and the coaching staff and support staff in general is, they care so much, and that I can't put words to it, how much they care, but, they're like parents almost, they're always checking in, asking how you're doing, and they're not asking because they should or because they need to, but because they really do genuinely care to know, and they want to make sure that everyone's doing well academically. They want to make sure everyone's doing well on the ice, off the ice, helping out in whatever way they can, and that's special, because they're getting paid to be hockey coaches, and then and they're not getting paid to do more than that, and they do that and so much more. And it's really special to come to the rink every single day and not have only a family just with the players, but also with the coaches as well. That's pretty special.
Yeah, Coach Frost is a great guy and a great coach. And what's cool is every year I think he's become a better coach, and he's always wanted to learn and get better as a coach as well as make us better as players. And yeah, just such a good guy and someone that's fun to work with. And I know personally we have a good understanding of each other, and he kind of lets me do my thing while coaching me, and really has learned, he puts me in great opportunities to perform well and have success, and he's just really good at understanding the girls in general and setting everyone up for their best.
He's just another one of the pieces to this puzzle, and he fits in. I think he's a big part of why this team has been rolling, and he brings a lot of energy to every practice, every game, and I think what he does for us on and off the ice is just incredible, and I couldn't have asked for a better coach.
Coach Frost is, I think he's great. I've only been with him for, I guess, 6 months now, but to me, he's the best coach I've worked with. He's very, very likable and very easygoing with myself and the media. He's very well spoken, and he's a great motivator. I think he shows it with the girls. He's very fair to the team, and he tells them the way it is and tells them what they need to hear. He doesn't get caught up, just like girls, he doesn't get caught up in all these records and whatnot, and I think it just speaks on the great of person he is. With he's very family oriented with his kids and his wife, and he brings that kind of into the team. And I mean, as you've spoke with many of the girls, I mean, they feel that love they get from the coaching staff and the support staff as well.
It's just something I've never seen before, like never. This is definitely something special.
Every day you have a demon that tells you you shouldn't work out. I train in sleet, rain, snow, 30 below, noon, midnight, 5 o'clock in the morning, doesn't matter. I'd say triathlon requires more discipline than any other sport I've ever done. I don't have a team, I don't have a coach, it's just me. Anytime I help a customer, I'm not just helping them find a shoe, I'm helping them find the confidence to go out and do what they love to do. I'm Matt Magonis, and I'm a fitness expert at Shields.
We like choices in the grocery store and when filling up. Farmers grow corn that is fed to livestock, produces ethanol, and is found in over 4,000 everyday products. The next time you fill up, choose ethanol.
I choose ethanol because it's good for our economy and it's good for our environment.
I choose ethanol because it's made here in Iowa.
It's good for Iowa workforce and it's good for Iowa's economy.
I like ethanol. It saves me money.
I had no idea I could save so much choosing ethanol.
That's why I choose ethanol.
That's why I choose ethanol.
So, Richie Lee, buddy, making quite a name for yourself. Making lots of money? Oh boy. But you know, Richie, every day people fall into bad credit card debt, pretending to be someone they're not and charging too much. Live within their means? That'll be the day. So rave on, Richie, and stay out of bad credit card debt. Okay, buddy? I'm so glad we had this little talk.
It's so easy to get free financial counseling at Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
I love the Fuel Saver program.
It's very easy to use. I just buy everyday things.
Paper towels, bath tissue.
I buy these different products to make like a family meal, and next you know, I'm saving $1 and some change off a gallon of gas.
I got 17 gallons of gas for $16.
I save $2.91 a gallon.
I just swipe my card at the pump and the price drops.
It's like awesome.
I think just seeing the M everywhere you go, there's so much pride and passion and dedication and determination that goes behind that. And having our own rink like Ritter Arena is unbelievable. You walk out on the ice every day, you see those banners hanging right in front of you. There's no better feeling than wanting to be part of one of those banners up there hanging for the rest of Ritter Arena's legacy here.
Yeah, it hasn't always been that way. I know, especially when I was a freshman and everything. We didn't always have fan crowds like that. I think this year we've really picked up on people that are following us and, new faces coming to games and coming back, which is exactly what we want. And even for a Bemidji series, you don't necessarily expect to have a big crowd like that, that you would get for a Wisconsin or Duluth or something like that. But I think that was something very special that on senior night we did have such a big crowd, and I think that's something that the seniors really deserved. And it was a really, really cool evening. I know that, it was a close game, that last one, and just having the crowd really get roared up after a couple really good shifts or, getting the Let's Go Minnesota chant going and stuff like that really brings a different element to the game, I think. It just makes it that much more fun.
This is something I've never seen before, like never. This is definitely something special. And we're just 21, 22 girls that genuinely love each other. And I mean, usually you put this many girls together, there's a lot of trauma and conflicts and that stuff. We haven't had one fight in our team this year. It's just awesome feeling just coming here and you can always laugh here and just be yourself.
This team is really something special. We say it, I think, just about every day. we talked, last year too about how, in order to be successful, you have to have this it factor. And it's hard to describe what it is, but when you have it, you kind of know that, that's what you have to be successful. And I think this team definitely has it, as we've shown with, the success we've had this year. But off the ice, everyone gets along, everyone hangs out with each other. There's no drama between players, which is awesome when there's none of it. People argue here and there, but there's just, our chemistry is unreal and everyone just gets along great.
It's if you're going to win big hockey games, you have to have the chemistry, and if you don't have the chemistry, you can still win, but it's going to make it a whole lot harder. The way that our players have bought in from day one this year, I think our players respect us as coaches and as a staff, that we prepare them very well. We have a blueprint for success of the things that we want to focus on as a team, and we don't talk about the next goal is a big one, or we got to win this game, or anything like that. It's all about the process of winning a hockey game. And if we focus on that and the things that will allow us to win a game, then we're going to have a pretty good shot. But we're an extremely talented team, but they get along so well. And we don't talk about the streak, not because we're superstitious or anything like that, but we never set out at the beginning of the year as a goal to say, hey, let's go undefeated this year. We want to go out each night and play as well as we can.
Yeah, it's crazy. You'd think that everyone on this team played together for years. It's hard to believe that we have people on this team that are new here, because our freshmen just fit in great, and they're really a huge part of this team and our success. And it makes it that much easier coming to the rink when you have that much fun being around the girls. And I think that's a huge part of why we're winning. And obviously when you're winning, it's easier to have fun, but just off the ice as well as on the ice, it's just been a blast with the girls.
It's definitely a little different than normally I see from other teams that I've worked with. I mean, the girls definitely know one another and what everybody else is into, and they embrace one another like a family. I mean, they're all, as they like to say, they're 22 sisters out there on the ice and off the ice. So I mean, it's just the chemistry they have is just amazing.
She runs to think. Or not. She runs to indulge her guilty pleasures. And for girls' night out. But she doesn't just run for her body. She runs for her soul. She runs to stay grounded. Soar. She runs for her mother and her own legacy. She runs not to escape, but to get closer to herself.
Hey Vi fans, help us make Family Arena in St. Charles our home court.
Make it a family celebration at the MBC tournament. Single session tickets are on sale now for just $9. That's tickets for just $9. Don't miss the 2013 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Tournament at the Family Arena in St. Charles. Get your tickets now and experience the madness.
The Fuel Saver program is fantastic.
I'm able to get discounts on products I buy every week.
You don't have to buy things that you don't need in order to get the fuel savings.
You only have to buy one item, like a pizza. You can save 10 cents a gallon.
2 cents here, 4 cents there. It really adds up.
There's lots of places that you can get your gas now and apply your Fuel Saver discount.
Today I should save 35 cents a gallon.
I got gas for 81 cents per gallon.
I saved $25 on my last fill up.
I haven't seen gas prices that low, ever.
It's a great feeling.
I mean, our mindset is always like the next game is the biggest game of the year. We don't think about, okay, we'll have Frozen 4 next March. The only thing we think about is the next game and how that's the biggest game of the year.
It's phenomenal. I don't know what other word to use that would do it justice, but it is phenomenal. Again, it's not something that was expected by any means, and it's not something that we focus on. We're not going around the locker room saying, hey, we need to get that next one. We need to keep adding on to these records or anything like that, but I think it's something that we focus on one game at a time and just like doing our best in that single match.
Exciting, it's nerve-wracking, but I'm just trying to enjoy the ride. It's been great being part of USA Hockey for a few years now, and hopefully I'll get the opportunity to try out for the Olympic team, and my ultimate goal and dream is to make that 2014 Olympic team in Sochi, Russia. But yeah, it's hard to look ahead. It's always in the back of your mind, but I'm really just focused on finishing out my senior year here at the University of Minnesota and hopefully getting another national championship.
It's it's an unreal feeling. I think it's something that'll set in more as we get older and look back and can see everything that we've accomplished and can look back at the memories we made, especially last year winning the national championship. People would ask, how does it feel to win? And you'd just be like, awesome. And I think, as we get older and look back, it'll just be something that sinks in more and more as we get out of our sports career and really let it sink in.
I've said many times that we're the best kept secret in town, this team. It is just tremendous hockey. It's if you like hockey, you would love to watch our team play. Whether you've grown up, only seeing boys and college and men play, if you came to a high-level women's college hockey game, in particular one here at the University of Minnesota, you're going to see incredible skill, incredible passion. And I think we as a staff and as a program will look back on this year and the streak that we're in the midst of and say, wow, that's a pretty incredible thing when you actually sit down and think about it. And starting tomorrow, our focus is going to be on how we can beat our next opponent, because we know that they're going to bring their best, not just because we have an M on our chest and not just because we have a bullseye on our back from being defending national champions, but you add the streak to that as well, and every team wants to be the one to stop the streak, and so we have to be at our best all the time.